Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? When I was younger, 1983 or so, I guess, my dad took me to see John Carpenter's The Thing, and it scared the bejesus out of me. It scared me so much that I had this great book called Barlow's Guide to Extraterrestrials, and it had a picture of the thing in it, and from the original, this artist's conception of it. Great book, great illustrations. It was based on a story called Halt, Whose Goes There. It scared me so much I gave my book to Andy Buchan. And so Andy, if you're watching, I want my book back. Got to buy another one because it's a great book. But anyhow, that's not about this. Video isn't quite about that. But I recently saw some clips from the 2011 prequel to The Thing, and I don't want to get a discussion of which movie is better and blah 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 because I really don't care. But it kind of got me thinking about using a creature like that or a shape changer like that in D&D in something where it's not like a one shot, because you use a creature like that and it's pretty much going to be, it's like, all flesh must be eaten or something. Everybody's going to die sooner or later. But how about we make this a little bit more survivable and interesting and intriguing? And one of the things that occurred to me while I'm watching these clips and watching like the commentary of the producers or the people that created that 2011 version is the idea that the people that are infected, by this creature might not know until they actually start to transform. That was really intriguing to me. I kind of dug that, and it kind of, was like an aha moment for me in terms of gaming. Because if you don't know, this creature, can turn into anything. It's really messy when it does. It's not like a really pretty, like, cartoonish transformation. It's pretty gross. But it can turn into all these different forms as long as it sampled the original creature. So it's kind of like a doppelganger, sort of. But it infects other people, and so they can be a thing, and then when they get cornered, they kind of transform into something gross and start killing everybody. And the way you can get infected is really either the thing kills you and replaces you, but the other thing is that it can infect you because it's like a cellular thing. So now we're talking about the world of magic instead of pseudoscience, but it's the same basic idea. So what if, I'm thinking, how about you have these shape changers, the party encounters one for the first time, maybe it's an NPC or something, just kind of becomes a monster on it, or they discover this monster. And as they get attacked by it, maybe they have to make saving throws. Maybe you make the saving throws for them. You just say, hey, roll a d20, and you don't tell them why. And if they fail, well, now they've become infected, but it doesn't happen all at once. So it's not like one of those, a lot of times you'll use a shape changer and you've been replaced, and you'll let the player know they've been replaced, and now they have to play this, themselves as this new creature. What if they don't know? What if over time you keep on rolling some kind of, percentile dice or whatever, you're determining, well, how long is it going to take for this person to really have the moment where they finally transform? Maybe you can have a little bit of fun with it, and they start to feel weird. I'm not sure what I would do with this, but it seems like a really kind of intriguing and neat way to do it. And of course, because you're in the world of magic, now you can use things like cure disease and whatnot to kind of, cure somebody. And maybe, to not be have it be a jerk move like, yeah, your character is just over now. Maybe you're a little bit like a werewolf, so where you start to have these transformations and then you kind of come back and, maybe you've had the opportunity to kind of seek out a cure. Not really sure what I'd do with it, but that made it a lot more interesting to me. And I also kind of dug what they did in that 2011 movie where the creature just kind of has a default form. You're never quite sure exactly what it is, but everybody kind of turns into something that looks about the same when they kind of thing out. So I like that idea of using some kind of shape changer thing in the game where it's not so lethal as the default, like what would happen if the Thing were introduced into D&D as originally pictured in the Carpenter film. But I like this idea that maybe you've been affected, you don't quite know, so it's a little bit like lycanthropy, but then you have a chance to have a little bit of fun with it. So that's what I'm thinking with that. And for bonus points, name that D&D song from my past.